Hi, this is James, and today I'm going to do a few videos on number systems. So we'll start off just by explaining what number systems are, and the ones that we're used to using is like the decimal or denary or base 10 number system, and basically all it is a way of showing how much of something that we have. So we've got different columns, which is the same with each number systems. A base 10, we've got our units, and then our tens, then our hundreds, and then our thousands, and so on. And we have a decimal point. It's the radix point, but known as a decimal point in base 10. And then we've got the tenths, and obviously we keep dividing by 10 every time we go to the right, and we keep multiplying by 10 every time we shift to the left. Now this is called a positional number system because the value, how much a digit is worth, depends on where it's put in the number system. And the base of the number system that we're using, whether it's base 10 or base 2 or base 15 or base 8 or any other base, the base is actually the number of characters that we can have in any column that are unique. So base 10, which is like decimal, or also known as denary, has 10 different characters, which is 0 and 1 to 9, so that makes 10. But binary, which is base 2, has 2 characters, which is 0 and 1. And any other base, what the base actually means, the number of the base is how many unique characters it has, and it also tells you how many times we multiply a number when we move it left to the next column. So if we move a number left with base 10, it's multiplying it by 10. If we move a binary number left by one column, it's multiplying it by 2, and so on. And with any number system, like we said before, the first column is always the units, and I'll explain why in a sec. So I'll just do a few different columns here. The number of columns we often refer to as the bit length, or the number of bits of the number, especially in binary, but we could apply that to any number system. So the first, if we take say base 10, which is the base that we're used to counting in, decimal or denary, the first column is always the units or the ones, the second column is the tens, third column is the hundreds, and so on. The decimal point, called the radix point, but it's a decimal point because it's base 10. And what you'll realise is that the units is always the base to the power 0, because anything to the power 0 is 1. And the next column is the base to the power 1, and the next column is the base squared, or 10 times 10 is 100, and the next column along will be 10 cubed, or 10 times 10 times 10, which is why it's the thousands column. And this works when we go right as well. So the tenths column is actually the base to the power minus 1, because anything to the power minus 1 is 1 divided by the anything, 1 divided by it. And what you'll find is that all the number systems follow the same pattern. No matter what the base is, the units are always the base to the naught, then the next column is the base to the power 1, then the next column is the base squared, and the next column is the base to the power 3, which is the base times the base times the base, if you like, and so on. So there's a lot of crossover between the number systems, and that's what makes it quite easy to work them out once you've got the knack of it. So that was just a super quick video just to start us off with number bases, and in the next few we'll be converting between decimal and binary, octal, hex, and going back and forth between the different bases. So I hope you watch the next videos in this playlist. Alright, thanks.